Right, hey, what's up guys, it's Roy here. So today I have the iPhone 16 here. As you can see with the box, it is the color teal, which I was debating between teal or ultramarine. This is actually my wife's new phone. She's upgrading from an iPhone 13, but she was kind enough to let me do a quick unboxing and first impressions. And I've actually been pretty anxious and excited to try this out and get it open and all that good stuff. Because to be honest with you guys, this looks pretty dang cool and I'm pretty excited for her. So just like I always like to do with my unboxing videos, I always like to break the seal with you to give you that genuine first impression. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. That's number one. And number two. And then let's do a little wiggle there. And there is the phone, which looks pretty dang good, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna just kind of put that to the side and let's check out what we get inside the box. And there's not much, just like my iPhone 16 Pro. So have some very minimal paperwork in here that's pretty hard to get out. So just the information about the eSIM in here. Got some quick little paperwork, nothing crazy. We do get the braided cable here that is USB-C to USB-C, which is pretty nice. Considering this is an iPhone 16, now it does have USB-C, which I'm actually really excited about for her because she's been using lightning cables like crazy and I hate them. And so it'd be nice to finally have a universal cable to rule them all in my household here. One thing else I actually should have pointed out is with the packaging, one thing I like is that the Apple logo and the writing on the side is in teal as well. So I thought that was kind of cool. So put that over here and let's get the phone. We have this protector here, which does show some things. So the camera control, the power button, the action button now, and then our volume up and down. So let's peel this off. And then of course the lightning bolt there for charging. So we'll peel that. So there we go. So just first impressions right out of the box. Really digging this color actually. This teal color looks very pretty, which is a manly thing to say. It has this really nice frosted back, which I actually really am liking right now. And then the Apple logo is just kind of like a, you know, little frosted Apple logo there as well. Have that flash there. And then one thing I really like is that new design for the camera bump. I think that looks really sick. I heard someone say it's almost like if an iPhone X or iPhone 10 and an iPhone 10R or XR, whatever you want to call it, kind of had a baby. This would be it maybe. So looks really cool. So yeah, I'm really digging that. Now, of course, they changed that arrangement of the camera design mainly for spatial video and pictures. So if you have, you know, the Vision Pro, which I'm not really sure how many people that will own an iPhone 16 will own a Vision Pro, but that's the whole point of the camera arrangement is for that. But really liking the color. I like that the darker color goes around the camera housing. The sides are also kind of a matted finish as well. So we have our power button here and that new camera control button, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. And then on this side, once again, like I said, we got our action button here, which is something new for the iPhone 16. And then our volume up and down, got some antenna bands. There we go. That USB-C charging port there with our speakers and everything right there. So very cool, very nice. It is a 6.1 inch, which I'm a big fan of, so it didn't change as far as size goes. With this one, it's a very lightweight phone, feels really nice and lightweight in the hands. You're going to be looking around $799 for this version, which is the 128 gig version. I'm going to go ahead and power it on. And what I'll do is let me go ahead and get it kind of booted up and everything for my wife, and then we'll get to the rest of the video. All right, so finally got it all done. Took a little longer than I anticipated, but after having it turned on and ready to go, got a couple of thoughts. So number one is I'm really digging the action button on this phone for her. I'm really excited that she's got something that she's going to be able to use. instead of just the old mute switch. Now granted, more than likely she will just keep it on the mute switch like I have, but you know, is what it is if she decides to try to, you know, change it up a little bit. Another thing that I like is the camera control on here, which if you push it, then it greets you with the photogenic styles and all that stuff, which we'll set up later. But with that camera control button now, you're able to, you know, hold it here, zoom in, zoom out, all that stuff. Another thing that you can do is if you kind of double tap it, but holding it down, then you can go through your menus here, exposure, depth, all that good stuff. It's a little finicky in my opinion still. You know, I honestly don't even see my wife using the camera control button that much, maybe to launch the camera, but outside of that, I don't really see her using it outside of that. Honestly, I'm a little more worried about this camera control button now because with it being a button and with most of the cases out there that are going to open this and expose it, well, we have a 2-year-old daughter that uses her phone quite a bit, and I'm starting to worry that she might accidentally open up the camera quite a bit. Might check it out, look in the settings, see if there's something else that we can do with it to kind of maybe not make it so easy for her to do so, but is what it is. Initial impressions, just to kind of end this, is they're good. I like the look of the phone. I love the weight of the phone. I love that we are getting some more of the pro features with the phone. The only thing that I'm not a fan of is, and this is just something that I find kind of incredibly odd with an iPhone in 2024, is the lack of a high refresh rate. Now, one thing I will say is Apple does a really good job with the iPhones, where I feel like the 60 hertz on an iPhone isn't exactly the same like a 60 hertz on an older device, like another Android phone or something like that. I do feel that the smoothness is a little bit better on an iPhone at 60 hertz, but I really do think in 2024 it is an injustice to have a phone that has 60 hertz and you're spending $800+ after taxes. Maybe that's just me, maybe I'm going crazy here, but I do feel like if they just added 90 hertz, so that way they could say the base is 90, the Pro with Pro Motion is 120, I still feel like they could differentiate between the two and still give users in 2024 that little bit better experience. Even though a lot of them might not even realize what they're missing, because to be honest with you, my wife, when I've had her use my phone before, she can't really tell a huge difference. But if you're watching this video, then you're someone that probably could tell the difference, right? So I think there is definitely a disservice that Apple is doing. If the technology is there, I feel like that they should be, you know, utilizing it. So is what it is. Another thing that I'm digging is this new camera bump. I just keep on looking at it and I really think it looks good. Now, basically it's the same camera setup that we've had in the past. Nothing too crazy or bleeding edge. I know they have the Fusion camera now, but at the end of the day, guys, it's pretty much like the iPhone 15, but you know, it's technically got a better wide angle lens, technically a better camera. And with the A18 processor now, it's got 8 gigs of RAM as well, which is nice. That's a nice little bump. So it's going to feel much snappier for her, which I'm really going to look forward to having her, you know, have a more updated phone. But the 8 gigs of RAM is really necessary for the promise of the future for Apple Intelligence, which, just FYI, out of the box, if you get an iPhone 16, you're not getting any Apple Intelligence at all. So just keep that in mind, guys. Like if you're looking for an iPhone 16, yes, this is going to be the only base model phone that's going to be able to get it, unless you have an iPhone 15 Pro or 15 Pro Max. But if you want to step up to the newer phones, this is the start of it. So I have a feeling at some point Apple's going to deliver on their promise and make this Apple Intelligence thing that they just went overboard on with the, you know, event when they did the iPhone launch. But right now there's nothing. And so it really depends on what kind of phone you have. Like my wife, it was a clear no-brainer to get this because she had an iPhone 13. Okay. So iPhone 13 to iPhone 16, totally agree. Now I almost even debated about just giving her my old iPhone 15 Pro, But I really feel like getting a new color, getting a new phone, not just getting a hand-me-down from me. I just feel like this is perfect for her. And I'm really, like I said, just looking forward to her being able to take advantage of this new phone, play around with the, dynamic island, and just really getting to know the new side of Apple iPhones and just kind of what is out there for them. So I will be doing a lot of case reviews on this. I've been very blessed to get a lot of cases sent to me to do reviews on for this phone and the iPhone 16 Pro. So keep an eye out for those. But if there's anything that you would like for me to test on this phone, I definitely will be doing a test of cameras and all that fun stuff with this phone. So I'll be definitely reporting back with some videos, but just let me know down in the comments if there's something specific that you are looking for. So other than that, guys, let me know what you think about this. I think I really like this color. I think it looks good. So hit that like button if you liked the video. If you loved it, please subscribe, ring that notification bell for up-to-date content. So be safe, God bless. See you on the next one.